Lily was crossing the street. A car suddenly came speeding toward her. Jack pushed her out of the way in time, but he was knocked down instead. Lily was about to be reborn again, the 32nd time. In the previous 31 lifetimes, she always met with an accident at the age of 25, and Jack always died trying to save her. Could she save him this time and change their fate? When she opened her eyes, she found herself working as a waitress at a bar. A perverted boss tried to hit on her, but suddenly, CEO Jack appeared and grabbed the boss's hand. The perverted boss recognized Jack's identity and immediately backed down, running away. Before Lily could ask anything, Jack quickly left. After returning home, her father demanded she hand over all her wages to pay for her brother's tuition. This time, she was determined not to compromise and be bullied, so she firmly refused. The next day, Lily decided to attend an interview at a company, but she tripped and fell heavily on the road. Just as she arrived at the company building, someone bumped into her, and she nearly fell, but Jack caught her waist just in time. She remembered the scene from her past life where she kissed Jack and couldn't help but smile. Jack asked, "Have you seen enough?" It was only then that she realized, letting go of him and thanking him. Jack saw her design sketches and thought she had quite a talent, so he gave her his business card and invited her to interview at his company. Soon after, she texted Jack, inviting him to dinner, and he agreed. During the meal, Jack was very gentlemanly, cutting her steak for her. He looked at the jewelry design sketches she brought and gave her some suggestions for improvement. She gazed at him, remembering how he once held her tightly in his arms on the bed. Jack reminded her not to get distracted. Feeling shy, she wanted to go to the bathroom, but accidentally stepped on the hem of her dress. Thankfully, Jack caught her. He invited her to visit his company's R&D lab, where she learned that he was a cosmetic product developer. He had always felt inferior, thinking he couldn't compare to his brother, who thrived in the business world. But Lily encouraged him, telling him that she believed he could create a product that would be loved by the public. Jack was touched and invited her to visit the pearl farming base. Holding an oyster in her hands, she looked extremely happy and cute, expressing her excitement about his future products. Jack stared at her, mesmerized, because she was the first person who truly believed in him. Lily was also attracted to him, but she reminded herself not to fall in love with him and to complete her mission of saving him as soon as possible. Inspired by Jack's Baroque pearl, Lily designed a necklace and sold the design patent for a high price, instantly becoming a millionaire. Meanwhile, Jack's new product was also a huge success, causing the company's stock price to rise. To thank Lily for her encouragement, he gave her a necklace. She was surprised to discover that it was the same necklace she had designed, and Jack was the buyer who had purchased her patent for a high price. He placed the necklace around her neck, took her hand, and confessed, hoping she would be his girlfriend. But Lily remembered the tragedies from the previous 31 lifetimes, and she couldn't allow herself to fall into that cycle again. However, she couldn't bear to reject the deeply affectionate man, so she told him she needed some time to think it over. Soon after, Bruce, Jack's rival, also wanted to collaborate with Lily, but she refused, which angered him greatly. However, he didn't give up and went to Lily's house. Her mother advised her to work with Bruce since he had given her mother $300,000. Lily firmly refused and ran out of the house. On the road, she ran into Jack, and Bruce soon followed. Looking at the two of them, she suddenly remembered the tragedy from her previous life. It was Bruce who had run Jack over with his car. The two men stood in opposition, the tension palpable. Lily didn't want to push Bruce to the point where he would harm Jack again, so she was about to compromise and go with Bruce. But Jack grabbed her hand and said to Bruce, "How much does your mother owe you? I'll pay it back for her." Furious, Bruce punched Jack, and Jack fell down the stairs, hitting his head and immediately losing consciousness. Although the doctors tried to save him, he still died. She stared at his lifeless body being wheeled out of the operating room, stunned. Later, she was reborn again. This was her 33rd life. Could she save Jack this time? In this life, she had become a famous jewelry designer, while Jack had turned into a male star and was also the brand ambassador for her jewelry. He greeted her, and she pretended to remain calm as she shook his hand. Soon after, she encountered Bruce. Bruce was also a male star, and in this life, he still admired her talent and wanted to collaborate with her. She responded with a forced smile, but she had already developed a strong aversion to him. Jack mentioned that there was an issue with his cufflink and asked Lily to help him adjust it. While adjusting it, Lily accidentally caught a glimpse of his bare chest and was momentarily stunned. Jack smiled, buttoned up his shirt, and turned to leave. Bruce happened to witness the scene and was furious, thinking that not only was Jack competing with him in business, but also trying to steal the woman he liked. He swore to defeat Jack. In the afternoon, because Jack's jewelry cufflink was broken, Lily quickly made a ring to replace it. Jack extended his hand for her to put the ring on and praised the design. She replied, "If you like it, I'll give you this ring." He touched her pearl necklace and asked, "This necklace is really beautiful. Could you give it to me?" Lily refused. Jack slowly leaned in closer and said, "I was just joking. Don't take it seriously." She felt nervous and shy, almost tripping, but he caught her. Bruce warned Jack not to compete with him for Lily, but Jack didn't back down. He raised his hand and said, "This is the ring Lily just gave me." Bruce was enraged and sarcastically mocked Jack, saying his humble background made him unworthy of Lily. That evening, Bruce called Lily and confessed his feelings, but she turned him down. After hanging up, she realized that the challenge in this life had just begun. The next day, Jack and Bruce recorded a show together. As per the host's request, they performed a scene as rivals. Jack picked up a vase from the table and examined the inside. Lily rushed to the stage and smashed the vase. To her shock, the vase contained sulfuric acid. She asked Bruce if he had secretly placed the acid inside the vase, but he denied it. She tried to confront him, but he shoved her to the ground. Although Jack caught her, the shards of the broken vase pierced his back, causing him to scream in pain. Lily began to cry. Fortunately, Jack was sent to the hospital in time and was not seriously injured. Lily held his hand by his bedside, knowing that she had saved him and completed her mission. She might soon disappear and leave. When Jack woke up, he reached out and touched her necklace, saying, "This necklace suits you perfectly." At that moment, a flood of memories suddenly surged into her mind, and she recalled all the moments of love she had shared with Jack in her previous lives. He told her that when he touched her necklace earlier, he had remembered all the memories from their past lives. She looked at him and said, "There's something I've never had the chance to tell you. I love you." She was then taken to heaven, where she asked the mysterious messenger before her, "Will I ever see him again?" The messenger walked toward her and said, "This necklace is really beautiful." She removed his mask and discovered that the person standing in front of her was Jack. He told her, "Our fate is to love each other, again and again, throughout countless lifetimes." After that, he wrapped his arms around her waist and kissed her deeply. After Bruce's death, he was brought before the messenger. Jack looked at him and said, "In your next life, you will be reborn as a fly." Bruce protested, asking if there were any other options. Jack replied, "There's another choice. You could be reborn as a rat."